as she's now going to try to set the all-time record, but she got rest, the schedule not as demanding, and now you're seeing Caitlin Clark.
Angel Reese just lost it after Dan Patrick snubbed her. You won't believe what she did next. It's like a movie script, but it's real life in the WNBA. Let's break down this wild rivalry that's changing women's basketball forever. So here's what happened. Dan Patrick, the big shot sports guy, drops this bomb about Caitlin Clark. He calls her a phenomenon and says she's unlike any player in WNBA history.
And for everybody who talked about, oh, you know, she's just a shooter, she's already set the all-time rookie assist record. She is an incredible. See, I think that was lost on a lot of people. Her ability to be able to find the open person.
Can you imagine how that hit Angel Reese? She was fuming. Reese isn't just mad about some random comment. This is about her fighting for her spot in the spotlight. Clark's getting all this praise, and Reese is like, hey, what about me? It's not just basketball anymore, it's personal. This moment, it's like lighting a match in a room full of fireworks. Reese isn't backing down. She's using this snub as fuel. You know what's crazy? This is just the beginning of an epic rivalry that's gonna shake up the whole WNBA. Get ready, because things are about to get wild. The fireworks were just getting started. Before they hit the big leagues, Reese and Clark lit up the college courts. But it wasn't just their game that got people talking. One moment in the NCAA championship changed everything.
By the way, speaking of basketball, Caitlin Clark now has the rookie record, the history of the WNBA. 12 games to go. Now, this is happening exactly how I scripted it.
And what Clark said next, nobody saw that coming. Let's rewind to that crazy NCAA championship game. Reese and Clark were on fire, showcasing their skills and competitive spirit. But then, something happened that set social media ablaze. Reese made this controversial gesture towards Clark, and suddenly, it wasn't just about basketball anymore. Everyone was talking about it. Some people were calling Reese unsportsmanlike, while others were defending her, saying it was just part of the game. The rivalry between these two stars was reaching new heights, and it was clear this wasn't just going to stay on the college courts. Now, here's where things get interesting. You'd think Clark would be upset, right? But nope. She came out and shocked everyone with her response. Clark actually defended Reese. She said, I don't think Angel should be criticized at all. It's part of the entire tournament. Imagine that, defending your rival when everyone's expecting you to be mad. This wasn't just about sportsmanship. Clark was showing she understood the bigger picture. She even said, it's not just me and Angel.
If you're one of her teammates and she's coming in, and I said at the time, she will try to ingratiate herself as a teammate by passing first instead of shooting first.
She knew this rivalry was about more than just the two of them. It was about the intensity of the game, the passion of the players, and the excitement of the fans. Fast forward to their rookie seasons in the WNBA. Both Reese and Clark came in hot, showing everyone they weren't just college superstars. They could hang with the pros too. Their games were on point. And guess what? That rivalry, it came right along with them to the big leagues. Every time Reese and Clark stepped on the court, you could feel the electricity. Fans were watching closely, waiting to see what would happen next. Would there be more drama, more incredible plays, more fierce competition? The answer was yes to all of that. This rivalry wasn't just good for Reese and Clark, it was changing the whole game. More people were tuning in to watch women's basketball. The excitement was real, and it was spreading. These two players were showing everyone just how thrilling women's basketball could be. The WNBA had never seen anything like it. Reese and Clark's arrival sent shockwaves through the league, but their latest confrontation left everyone stunned. What happened when these two titans clashed? And why are some saying it's exactly what women's basketball needed? Picture this, Reese and Clark face to face on the pro court. The tension's so thick you could cut it with a knife. Suddenly, bam, a hard foul that had everyone talking. Reese's teammate laid Clark out, and guess what? Reese was all smiles. Some people were like, whoa, that's not cool, but others were loving the drama. You'd think Clark would be mad, right? Nope, she's cool as a cucumber. She's all, it's a physical game. It is what it is. Talk about keeping your head in the game. But Reese, oh, she had something to say. She brushed it off like it was no big deal, calling it a basketball play. But then she dropped a bombshell. Reese started talking about how the refs were treating Clark special. She's not happy, saying, "I guess some people got a special whistle." Ouch! Can you feel the heat? This rivalry isn't just on the court anymore. It's spilling over into every aspect of the game. But here's the crazy part. All this drama, it's making the WNBA more popular than ever. Remember that game where Reese and Clark went head-to-head? It pulled in a whopping 2.25 million viewers on average. That's insane. It's the most watched WNBA game in 23 years. People are tuning in to see these two battle it out, and they're loving every second of it. This isn't just about Reese and Clark anymore. It's changing the whole face of women's basketball. More eyes on the game means more fans, more excitement, and more opportunities for everyone in the league. These two are showing the world just how thrilling women's basketball can be. Think about it. When was the last time people were this hyped about a WNBA rivalry? Reese and Clark are bringing a whole new energy to the court. They're not just playing the game, they're changing it. Every matchup, every comment, every hard foul is adding fuel to the fire. And the fans? They're eating it up. Just when you thought this rivalry couldn't get any hotter, both Reese and Clark got hit with a shocking setback. It was the kind of news that could make or break a player's career. So how did Reese respond? Her next move had everyone talking. Angel Reese isn't just sitting back and letting Caitlin Clark steal all the thunder. She's taking this underdog role and running with it. Every time someone compares her to Clark, it's like adding fuel to her fire. Reese is out there proving she's not just the other player in this rivalry. Check out what Reese did in her last game. 11 points, 13 rebounds, and 5 assists. That's not just good, that's dominating the court. She's showing everyone that she's got skills that go way beyond just being Clark's rival. Reese is making a name for herself, and she's doing it with style. But here's where things get wild. Both Reese and Clark, these rookie sensations, didn't make the cut for the 2024 US Olympic team. Can you believe it? You'd think they'd be shoo-ins after the seasons they've had. But nope. They're both watching from the sidelines. It's like the universe is throwing them together, even when they're not on the court. Now, Reese could have let this get her down. She could have complained or made excuses, but that's not her style. Instead, she's using it as motivation. She's out there every game playing like she's got something to prove. And you know what? She does. Reese is done with being known as just Clark's rival. She's writing her own story now. Every game, every play, she's showing the world who Angel Reese really is. She's not living in anyone's shadow anymore. She's stepping into the spotlight and she's shining bright. You want to know how serious Reese is about making her own mark? Listen to what she said. "It feels like Caitlin gets all the attention and praise, while the rest of us work just as hard." That's not just talk. That's a player who's ready to change the game. Reese isn't just playing basketball anymore. She's redefining what it means to be a star in the WNBA. She's showing that you don't need to be the media's favorite to be a fan favorite. She's proving that hard work, determination, and a little bit of attitude can take you far in this league. Let's talk about how Reese and Clark are changing the game. These two have come a long way from their college days, and now they're taking the WNBA by storm. Their rivalry isn't just about who's better, it's making women's basketball more exciting than ever. Remember that game they played against each other? It pulled in over 2 million viewers. That's huge for the WNBA. People are tuning in to see these two battle it out, and they're loving every second of it. But here's the thing, it's not just about Reese and Clark. Their rivalry is pushing everyone in the league to step up their game. As Caitlin Clark said, "I think it's just the emotion and the passion that we play with." I think people love to see that. And you know what? She's right. This rivalry is showing everyone just how thrilling women's basketball can be.